welcome back to Wendy's Colouring, and today we're going to have a look at the few things that I've got for Christmas that are for my colouring. Not a huge amount, a couple of bits and pieces. Yeah, in the main I don't get a huge amount of colouring stuff for Christmas now, because as you might imagine I have got quite a lot of colouring stuff, and stuff that I tend to want might be for some weird places like Amazon Japan, or you know what I mean. They're coming from far-flung destinations, and I feel a bit cheeky asking family for those kind of things where they're like, what, from Japan? How do you do that? It's a bit much, isn't it? So yeah, because I have weird taste and strange things by, I don't, like I say, there's a few things to show, but it's not very much. Colouring wise, yeah, you might have noticed there's been no December colouring video because I haven't really done a huge amount of December colouring. I've been away to my husband's family for Christmas, stayed at their house, so yeah, I couldn't really. Right, sorry, I'm going to go vanish for a few days just to sit and do some colouring. You don't mind, do you? Yeah, probably they would, so. Yeah, so I didn't do very much colouring. So yeah, I have a couple of books that I've done. Have I got them handy? No, I've put them on the shelf out the reach. I've got a couple of books that I've done, but I'll save them for January. So just in case you were hanging on, where's Wendy's video? Yeah, it's not coming. Sorry, but you can have a look at the Christmas stuff instead, so hopefully that explains. Okay, so first item, which has been sitting on my knee and killing me, so I'm going to be delighted in putting this down, is this bizarre item. So, probably if you work in an office, this is probably completely, I've just put bits all over the table now that have just come out the bottom of it from my test punching. Let's just get rid of those before I spread them everywhere. There we go. So yeah, if you work in an office, I'm sure you might be used to seeing something along these lines of a binding punching machine. So this obviously is a racing one. It does A4 and hopefully smaller than A4. And for 34 holes, 12 sheets, it'll punch in one go. And it just has, can I get it on screen? Like a little punching handle that you just pull down towards yourself. Recently, I've not really done a huge amount of PDF colouring, but yeah, recently I thought, I've bought a few PDFs. My printer, I've got it to work, so I've printed quite a few things, and I've just got them in loose wallets at the moment, and they were kind of annoying me because I do like a book, which is why I don't buy a huge amount of PDFs. But the PDFs I have got, like I say, are just loose at the moment. So I wanted to be able to bind them, but I wanted a solution that I could open and close, if that makes any sense. So that rather than, just let me move my keyboard out of the way because I keep nearly knocking it. Rather than just be able to bind them together, I thought it'd be quite nice if I could take them apart again to take out the individual one that you're working on and then put it back when it's finished, because that's just convenient, isn't it? And if you're painting, it's just a lot easier. So it came with two different systems that you can get for this machine. So you can get this one, which is the one I actually want to use, although I can't get one out just to be annoying, which has these kind of spine binding things that you literally just click together. So I don't know how well you can see that, but they've got basically little sections that just clip into themselves, so to form the solid O ring, and then you can open it up again. So I did see Colouring Chemist had a system that used these exact binders, but she has a different machine that, when I looked, was quite expensive here in the UK, and you could only put 6 pages through it in one go. It kind of has a kind of runner system rather than the punch system that this has. So I thought, well, are there any other machines that cut the holes for the right amount for this binding system? And when I looked, this one, as you can see, it came with some, so it definitely is designed. So the racing one, this one was a bit cheaper than the original one that Colouring Chemist showed. I'll link her video down below because she showed it beautifully, how to use the one that she's got and how these work. And it did tempt me, and I thought, oh, actually that would be really handy. Not just handy for my colouring things, but actually quite handy for the classroom as well, where, you know, perhaps I want to bind just something simple, resource-wise. I'm kind of doing quite a bit of my planning digitally at school, but like there are still some things that I like on paper, but I don't need a full book. I might just want to bind some of those together. So I thought actually for work and for my colouring, this could actually be quite a useful machine. So it also has these kind of spiral systems that you can use with it as well. So, you know, I could make my own little sketchbooks, things like that with those as well. Does it come with two lots? Are they different? Maybe they're wider ones. See, I've not really played with the spiral ones yet, because like I say, I wanted that kind of ability to be able to put all the PDFs together, but then take out the one that I wanted to work on. So if you wanted to paint it or something, you're not kind of having to go through that faff of protecting the whole book and, you know, trying to not get it on the next page and worrying about bleed through and all of that. I thought actually if it just opens and closes again to take them in and out, that's really convenient. So yeah, hopefully, I've not, as you can see, I've not played about with it a huge amount, other than I've done some little test cutting with the binder just to make sure all the holes were punching properly and all of that, that it was working as per. But yeah, I'm hopeful that this could be quite a good little working system for me. So let me move this out of the way, because as you can imagine, it's taking up my entire desk. I'm back. My creaky chair. So yeah, I think my brother got me that. And he also got me some binding bits to go with it. So he's got me the bigger ones, and I already bought these ones to have a look at them beforehand. So I think these are nice big chunky ones. So I'm not sure how many pages are they saying this will go through. The smaller one, okay, being very clear here, aren't I? Sorry, not. The smaller one, which I think is like the ones that have come with it, are saying they'll bind, they're 12mm, so they'll bind 50, oh no, 50 pack. I'm talking rubbish. Yeah. Anyway, I need to have a play about to see how many pages. Obviously, the better paper you use with colouring materials. I've been putting reasonably thick paper through my printer now, so you're not going to get as many sheets through these as you might do. But I think for a lot of PDFs, these thinner ones will probably be enough, because it's not like we're putting 50 pages in. Generally, a PDF's only kind of 12, 15, 20-ish, aren't they? So I think for most things, the thinner ones and the ones that came with it will be great. But if there's any bigger ones, like I'm half thinking I might put some of my Tanya Bugava books, like I've got a few Christmas books, I might just put them all in one binding so that I kind of know, right, oh, that's my Christmas one. I can pop them in there. So these are click bind systems. I'm not sure if the ones that came with it are click bind systems, but they look exactly the same. They have the same amount of little connectors, whatever you call these things. So yeah, hopefully that'll be work. Like I say, I need to just play about with the settings to work out how many holes I need to punch for the paper I'm using, because it's not A4 paper that I'm currently using. So we'll see. I've got a bit of a learning curve. Like I say, have a look at Colouring Chemist's video, because she probably explains it far better than me, because I've not used it yet. So learning curve is quite big at the moment. Not had time to even play with it really. So next little item that I've got is some Artisa paints. I do like my Artisa paints. I generally use, have I got one to hand? Yes. Ooh, I don't knock it over. Oh, that's not it. Ugh. That's with my Artisa paints, but isn't actually Artisa paints. So generally, I've used these quite a lot, which I think somebody did buy me before. So the Artisa Craft acrylic colours, I like these. They dry quite matte. I use them quite often in a background. So yeah, I saw these ones, which are obviously slightly different, which are the 20 iridescent paint set, just from Amazon. And I thought, oh, I like a bit of iridescent paint. Who doesn't like that? So yeah, I was tempted. I think I've got a few of the deco, what are they called? A few of these kind of things, Deco Art, Enchanted and all of those, but you know, they're not the easiest to get. There are a few shops in the UK that sell them, but they're not cheap, so I thought actually these might be a nice little alternative. I've not swatched them or anything yet. I don't think the bottles do them that much justice, but we've got that they only have a code. They don't have an attractive name, but this looks kind of like iridescent, really dark navy. I'll just quickly show you the bottles. Some of them are saying fluorescent, but I don't know if that just means they've got no iridescence, but they're fluorescent, because that kind of still looks like it's got a bit of a pearl sheen to me. Maybe it might make more sense when I've opened them. Oh, this is when I get paint all over myself. Oh, these tops, they're always a nightmare to get off. Maybe we won't look at this paint. Oh, there we are. Oh yeah, it does kind of look like it's got a bit of an iridescent sheen to it. Don't know whether you can see it or not. I need to swatch them. I have just got paint all over myself. Well done, Wendy. What an idiot. Hold on, I'll just get it off myself before I get it on every single one of these items. Note to self, don't open any more of these. Yeah, some kind of, is that one saying it's fluorescent? No, just iridescent. So kind of tealy, iridescent. They are exactly what I thought they'd be. I kind of imagined them being a bit more chameleon, I suppose, but they do have quite a nice shine in them. And I'll be interested to see what they're like once I've actually swatched them. That one's quite pale, isn't it? Almost like a really soft lemon. It does have a bit of kind of pearly glow in them. Like a lilac. Another teal. How's that different to the other one? Oh yeah, the darker. Yep. Uh-oh, I've messed up my order. Oh yeah, that one that we've just seen. Another green. Oh, that one's nice. That one's got like a gold, shot through gold look to it. Kind of really soft pastel colour. Oh, another dark one. That one's quite nice. Again, I don't know how well it's coming across on camera really. Another nice kind of gold yellow colour. Darker. But yeah, I'm interested to see what they're like on paper. I think that's where I am with them. Not, again, come back to work, not really had time to play. That one's nice actually. It's got a lot of gold in it, that one. But I'm hoping, yeah, they'll be useful. Different pages. That one's very strong. A lot of gold in it as well. And finally a purpley one. But yeah, I don't think they're quite what I imagined when you look at the picture on the box and the picture that was on Amazon. Like, they look, you know, very chameleon-y like on there, don't they? And I think actually they look quite subtle on the bottles, but maybe when I see them on paper I'll be more impressed. I'll try and pop you in a little photograph of the swatch here if I've done it. Crossing fingers that I've done it, but yeah, hopefully you've got a better idea of what they look like from a quick swatch of the picture. At this moment I haven't played with them, but perhaps when I finish recording I'll do a quick swatch of them and pop it in for you so you can have a look. But yeah, that was my first heavy present. It does weigh a ton. Iridescent acrylic paint by Artisa. I'm thinking it's going to be a bit thin, but we'll see. It might need a few coats. Who knows? Then, continuing on the paint theme, oh, this one's even heavier. I got these ones, acrylic paint, pastel colours. Like I say, I've used these ones loads, but as you can see, they are all quite dark colours, and sometimes you just wanted something that was a bit more pastel, without having to keep having to mix it with your white, and then, you know, you want to do a second coat and then the paint's dried up and getting the exact same colour that you liked. It's tricky, isn't it? So I thought it's just handy sometimes to be able to have a set that are already a nice pale selection. So nothing exciting about them. Again, these are shuttle art. I don't think they'll be the best quality. They're probably going to need a couple of coats or an undercoat or something. Soft colours, dries quickly, high viscosity, non-toxic. Well, I wasn't planning on eating them, but it's always good to know. No colour swatch on this one. Keep out of sunlight, probably not light fast. Although it's not good for any acrylic paint to be kept in light because it does dry up. But bottles. Ooh, can't even get in this. Ugh. There we go. Ooh, free paintbrushes. Oh, okay. So yeah, got a set of 10 paintbrushes. Fan brush. Always useful with acrylic paint, because acrylic paint does your brushes no good really. And a little bit of a description, and then yeah, my selection of very similar pastel-y colours. So got quite a few blue tones, I notice. Have a look at them together. Again, I'll probably do a swatch towards the end and just pop you a photo in towards the end so that you can see the colours. But yeah, there's a nice set of different blues in there. That will be useful for skies when you just want a nice base. There's a lot of kind of lemony looking yellows. How different these are. Tender yellow. That one, it almost feels like a bit, maybe it's because of the label, I'm thinking it feels a bit green. Soft lime, and there's, what's that one? Beige. Oop, hard to hold them all, but yeah, there's not a huge amount of difference in them, I don't think. Possibly when you swatch them, you might be able to tell, but what are those? Custard, sunflower, pale yellow, beige, tender yellow. Then I've got peach. Oop, get back in. Peach. Something, what are we calling this one? Coral red. Yeah. Soft peach. How's that different from peach? Just a little bit darker, I think, isn't it? Blush. Rose. We've got some lilac-y lavender tones. What's this one? Pastel lilac, mauve dust, light lavender. And then some green shades. Yellow green. That's quite a nice tone. Green sea. I don't think I've ever seen a sea that's that colour, but could still be useful. What's this one? Apple green, soft lime, pale green, and what's this? Pastel green. So, oh, and a white. Sand yellow. Actually, that is quite a sandy colour. I agree with that description. So, yes, there's my selection. Oh, and I've got a salmon as well. I don't think I lifted that out, did I? Don't remember. So, I've got some pastels anyway, and hopefully it'll save me a bit of a mixing time. And like I say, when you want a second coat, but you don't have time for 2 coats in one go, just saves a bit of faffing when you're trying to mix and get the same shade. So, like I say, I'll see what they're like. I'll pop in a swatch at this point if I've done one when I come to edit this video, so hopefully you can see them when they're dry, because a lot of acrylics do look slightly different when they're dry. They can look darker, they can look lighter, so yeah, I'll try and pop your swatch in so you can see what they're like. So far I have not played, so I don't know what they're like. Hopefully they're useful. I use enough of it, so hopefully it should be. Ooh, that's heavy. Then got not so many exciting things left, you'll be glad to know. I got this little thing, which I've not actually opened yet, that my colleague at work got me. So, Artisa Unique Doodle Illustrations Detachable Pages by Artisa, stress relieving designs, ideal for colour pencil and ink tonic pens, which I don't have. 72 sheets colouring book, premium. I've not had any of these Artisa colouring things before, so yeah, learning curve. Can I get in it? There lies the first problem. Ooh. Just get the horrible film off, just a sec. Apologies for the noise. Let's get rid of that. It's got little corner protections, which is a good idea. Let's get rid of them as well. In the bin. Oh, 2 books. That's not what I was expecting. Oh, so there's 2. So I think that was the other one is Unique Animal Illustrations, Detachable Pages, Stress Relieving Designs, and the same description. So they've got helpful tips. They've got a little elastic on, Are they loose or glued? Oh, they've got a spine, glued spine. And then the little animals. Actually, I quite like the size of these, although some of this might be a bit fine. I suppose if you were using like a fine liner, you'd get in some of those quite easily, wouldn't you? I do quite like doing the odd bug now and again, and I spotted a few as we've just gone through already. Owl. I always like an owl. Where's that gone? Oh, yeah, though. It's a bit of a grumpy looking owl, isn't he? I quite like some of these kind of lotusy flower designs in the background behind him as well. Paper is, I don't know, actually I was going to say thin, but it kind of reminds me of the Colour in Heaven paper a little bit, but maybe a bit thicker than that. It's not the best paper, certainly. It's no Japanese paper, but yeah, it might be alright. I don't know how well it'd take something wet. I'm not sure. I have to have a play, won't I? Parrot, that was quite a nice one as well. Some of these are a bit doodly for me, if I'm honest, but I quite like a good chunk of them. They'll be good for just a small thing, if you just want to do a little bit of something small. I don't have anything like it, and I don't have anything like it in this size, so that is good. And then the other one, the doodly one, I quite like the fact it's got a little elastic to shut it. I think that's quite nice. Ooh, little buildings, quite like that. Well, this is quite a mix, isn't it? So we've got thimbles, cotton reels, pattern, with pencils in, paintbrushes in, clouds. What's in all sort? Cheese, cup of tea, a melon, ice cream, random things, cute animals. Kind of mandala of cute animals wanting a burger in the middle. Yeah, there's some quite funny ones. I think I like this one the best. There's some quite comedy pages. Dogs. Yay. 3D. Rocket. What are they? Are they rabbits? Kind of scary rabbits. A little African mask. Oh, it's like an African inspired page. Snakes, a drum, a spear. I think that's what it's trying to... Fruit. Oh yeah, I quite like this little book. There's quite funny pages in here. Lettering. Oop. I just turned over some monsters. I do like some boggly monsters. They're a bit repeaty, aren't they? Quite cute though. More monsters, yay. Yeah, I think I like this one the best. It's got monsters in it, so I'm in. As long as it's silly monsters. I don't want actual scary monsters. That's of no interest to me. Yeah, I quite like this one the best. We've got art things, dogs, and monsters. It's ideal for me. So, yeah, that's those. I think it's 6 by 6 or 8 by 8. I need a ruler. See, the downside of tidying up my desk is now I can't find anything. Clearly I've put my rulers away, but where have I put them? Because we kind of need to know, don't we? Hold on, I'll pause you. Just realised it actually says it. Having spent 10 minutes trying to put my ruler out, it actually says 6 by 4 inches, Wendy. Just idiot, by 6 by 4. And it actually looks like it's a little bit more to me, but maybe my ruler's dodgy. Who knows? It's 6.5 inch-ish. Anyway, somewhere along those lines. I just spent 10 minutes looking for that just to find it. It was literally right in front of my desk there. But I couldn't see it because it was right in front of me. Didn't think to look there. What an idiot. Anyway, so I've got those two. Quite like. Now I've had a good look. Move those out the way. What else have I got? These I'm also quite excited to have a play with. The Durant push button watercolour assorted set. So I think my Scrawler box sent me this one, if I'm thinking it's the same. as you can see, I've not opened any of this properly because I just haven't had time. One thing and another, which is no fun. So I'm thinking this is the same as they sent me in my scrawler box. Yeah, it is. It's that big monster one. Gosh, they must hold twice as much water as my normal ones. It's quite big in your hand. Closing that's a little bit tricky, but I'm thinking these ones will be much more useful. They're a little bit more comfortable. So I've got that size nib. Does it say how big these are? Oh yeah. So that was a 4mm large tip. There's my glasses, then I might be able to actually read it. That would be helpful. 4mm large tip. Oh, it's only in French. I was thinking I was missing some detail. The big one was 10mm. Then I've got a 3mm and a 2mm. Let's look at the 3. Oh yeah, that's quite nice as well. Quite pointed, not too long. And finally the small one, which will get the most use from me, because I tend to use the detail one the most. Oh yeah, quite like that as well. Yeah, that's quite a nice tip. So yeah, curious to see how much these push buttony ones work. Obviously they'll hold quite a bit more water, which would be quite handy. Got the nice valve and all of that as per. So yeah, quite looking forward to having a play. I normally use my, where are they? These ones. I always forget what they're called. I'm such an idiot. Kuretake one. This one's my favourite one, the yellow one. So yeah, we'll see how they compare. Yeah, Kuretake one looks a little bit more pointed, but it is wet, so maybe this one's a little bit longer. But yeah, we'll see how they go. But I use them quite a lot, and they are such a handy thing. Put that one back in the pot, so there it is. Looking forward to having a play and filling those up and seeing what I think. I'm probably putting these in wrong, but we'll worry about that later. Let's say anything else. Sorted point and chisel tip water brushes for a range of strokes. Large water barrel, they certainly are, with a push button for easy control over water release. Ideal for any watercolour paints and pencils, indoor or outdoor use. Nylon fibre. Tips hold shape and points for continuous use. Comes with a protective cap. Comfortable from handling and leak proof. Hooray! Looking forward to playing with those. I think they'll be fun to use. And to use them with, I'm thinking, my last present. Yeah, upside down. What an idiot. Again, I've not had a play with these yet. I'm so wanting to have a play with them. My lovely husband did buy me these. Caran d'Ache 120 super colour aquarels, so they are the ones I can use a water brush for. So it's like a plan, this, isn't it? So I normally use well, let me get them so we're not. I normally do like using my aquarels, which Caran d'Ache as well, but these are a much smaller set. I have all of these. Do love all of these. They just, the pigments in these just melt so beautifully. But I do find that being a bit of a smaller set, I was really missing colours that I have in my luminance when I was trying to work with them. So I'd started buying just a few loose stock of these. So I have a little stash that I've been using with them. But yeah, see, I've got space in this red. Oh yeah, I've got a few of my Magnus, what are they called? Albert Dürer ones. The Albert Dürers, I do have the Albert Dürers. They are amazing watercolour pencils. They melt beautifully as well. I would totally recommend the normal Albert Dürers. These are the chunky Magnus ones from my scroller box set. But unfortunately, I do find if I'm working with just my Albert Dürers on a page all day, I find they give me really bad aches, hand aches. So as much as I love them, I tend not to pick them up too often because I just find them painful, whereas these are nice, much softer, and these are nice and soft as well. So I thought these are the ideal thing to add to my museums for the colour palette that I want. But they aren't cheap, I can't lie. They're expensive pencils. Get the slide off. but I wanted them. Watercolour soluble colour pencils, soft lead. They are nice and soft as well. I do really like them. I think it's all just in different languages on the back, isn't it? Entirely designed and produced in our Geneva workshops, made of the highest quality Swiss label. Ideal for both amateur and experienced artists. What about us colourists? Because I'm going to use it for that. Looking for a versatile artistic pencil. I'm just wondering what it says. I don't think these will be as light fast as my museums, because obviously the museums are designed to be light fast, which is why there isn't as many colours. But it does matter for a colouring book, does it? It's not like we're just going to pop it on the wall in front of the window and leave it. You're going to close the book, so the light fastness doesn't really... Oh, they just does say excellent light fastness, actually. I'm guessing some of the paler colours won't be. Has it got a little swatchy? Oh yes, inside. Very hard to show you without tearing this, but it does have... Not that my camera wants to focus on it. There you go. It has a little swatch chart inside this loose card, which is good because it gives me all the names and the numbers. Oh, and they've got little stars for the light fast rating, so I need to have a look at that. I've not even opened this. I love the Caran d'Ache boxes. So you've got the little stickers that if you're keeping them in the tin, obviously the tins all look the same from the side. So I think the idea is you pop in the sticker on the one that you're using. So that one would be mine. Supercolour 2 softs. I don't have any of these Fibrello. Are they pens? Yeah, pen, brush pen, fibre pen, Caran d'Ache brush. Neos 2s and 1s. And... permanent colour. Oh, Pablos. I do have the Pablos. Again, I find them a bit hard. I've kind of just put my Pablos in my box with my case with my polychromos in an attempt to think that I might use them both, but I'm still swerving them. Oh, it's a bit dinged, this tin, look. That's all a little bit dinged there. However, pencils look fine. Thankfully, lovely colours. Pinks, yay, different shades of pinks. Yeah, that's what I was missing a bit in my museums. I think there is a pink. There might be two. But yeah, just when you want a nice range. Oh, they look so lovely, don't they? That one's chipped, look. Oh, injury. Lovely Amazon delivery, no doubt that. Yeah, that's had a bit of a kicking, I think. However. Then we've got, ooh, nice. Yellows, orange, reds, browns, soft yellows. We've got, yeah, lovely. Nice range of greys. And then, ooh, greens. These are nice greens. And these, very useful. I tend to use this kind of palette of green more than I use this kind of palette of green. Don't know, is that just me? Does everybody do that? Oh, I love some teals as well. Yeah, so I think these will work very nicely with what I've got already for my museums, and just gives me a bit of a wider colour palette that I was missing. I've been adding in my Albert Duras as well, but like I say, I find they give me a lot of hand issues. I know, I'm probably just being soft, I don't know, but... yeah, quite pleased with those. So at some point they will be popping into my Museum Aquarelle pencil case. Looking forward to having a play with those and having a proper look at them. I've not as yet. Let me move that. Where am I going to put these? Move over. There we go. And then, yeah, not got a huge amount of other things. I've got a Mysterious Woman special. I've not bought any Colour in Heaven hardly all year. I think, did I get a couple towards the beginning of the year last year? Just, yeah, not a huge amount to take my fancy. But this one I did fancy, by Maud Lamone. I think I missed her edition before that she had out with Colour in Heaven, and it's out of stock on Colour in Heaven, so I did want a little bit of something by her because I don't have anything else by her. I don't think I like all of this edition, but there was enough in that I thought I quite like a few of them, so like, I do like that. I think that's lovely. So there's quite a few in here that I do like the look of and thought I'll give it a go. I don't love the new Colouring Heaven paper. I'm umming and ahhing whether to scan these somehow and reprint them. I like that's lovely as well, isn't it? Yeah, I like it. And these, I think these towards the front appeal a little bit more to me. Like that one as well. And that one, and so on. You don't care whether I like the individual ones, do you? Just show the book and shut up, Wendy. But yeah, so I've got that one. This one's out at the moment, if it's something you're interested in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I did get, which again, nobody else would be interested in, it's just for sad me, because my mum did get me this little pot holder that goes on my desk, and it also holds my glasses, which obviously it won't when I'm showing you the camera, but my glasses can sit on it instead of me keep putting books and things on my glasses on my desk. So I've got a new desk friend to go with the desk friend that I have on the floor with me most of the time, moaning and moaning. And then the last little thing was a little present from YouTube. So I did get this little daft Lego-y, it's not real Lego. I got a little, you had to make it. It wasn't that easy actually. But yeah, they sent me this little Lego-y YouTube symbol, which I thought, go on, I'll give it a go. But I had all these left over, so I'm like, have I done it wrong? It doesn't look like I've done it wrong, does it? I don't know. Anyway, got that, which is also clutching up my desk from them. And I think that is all I've had that is colouring related. So that's not too bad, is it? A couple of things that I'm really excited to have a play with. Obviously the Pablos. I'll have a good play with paint as well. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. Sorry. So yeah, paint as well. Really excited to have a play with my binding machine. Need to have a practice with some bits of scrap first to get the hang of it, so I don't ruin my PDF on the good paper. As you can probably hear, still got my rotten cold. Cannot get well. So sick of being ill, but feeling a lot better than I was. So we're getting there slowly. Yeah, and I think that is definitely all that I have to show you today. Apologies for quite a lot of product videos and not so much actual colouring videos. Hopefully normal service will be resumed now. We're back in January, and I have no other major plans going on. Although I'm probably still going to be coughing, I'm afraid. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying your colouring and you've enjoyed seeing a little bit of this chaos today. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.